I am Patricia Sheerattan-Bisnauth, and I am the Executive Director for the Guyana Responsible Parenthood Association, the GRPA. GRPA is one of the oldest organizations in Guyana, that is, oldest NGOs in Guyana, established in 1973, not so long after independence. And it is the organization that worked to introduce family planning in the society. And so in those early days, of course, it was very difficult for the government not wanting to get too involved in some controversial issues. And so the organization started with a vision by a woman who was a teacher by profession, who also became involved in the teachers' union. And she had a passion for women's right to work and to participate in the public life of society. And so it began and became recognized for its work with especially women to begin to think about family planning as an important part of their lives, and importantly about their right to participate equally in the society and in the public sphere. So since those early days, GRPA became known for family planning, and then also for issues of reproductive cancers, especially cervical cancer and breast cancer. And when you hear the name GRPA, people think family planning and pap smear. But GRPA has grown tremendously, especially since the Cairo Conference on Population Development, 1994, expanding its vision and scope. And we provide sexual and reproductive healthcare services with medical clinic, laboratory. We do quite a bit of work in Region 4 here in the capital city. And we do outreach clinics to the other 9 regions throughout Guyana. But we are able to touch all the regions. For the hinterland regions, where our services are really, really critical, unfortunately, because of the high cost of logistics, we are only able to provide these services when funds are available. But every year we are able to do this. And the organization still has a very, very important place in the society, because we are still operating at a level where the cultural norms and thinking still act as major barriers for gender equality, and within this, for women's access to sexual and reproductive health. So Guyana has a low prevalency rate for contraceptives. The last figure is at about 37%, which is quite low. Only recently, a few weeks ago, I visited a woman whose story appeared in the newspaper, a woman of 35 years of age with 10 children, and she has her teenage girls, they're adolescents, twins. They each have a baby, and she is not literate. I visited her home because there was a caption, "Struggling mother of 10 says that poverty is worse than hell." So I went to meet with her and her family and to talk with her. And when I went to the village, I went on the Essequibo Coast, people talked about it as if this is normal, because there are many women, and it is known that many women do not have access to family planning. And it is a big issue in Guyana. And we can see how that whole cycle of poverty and abuse, becomes, persistent.